Okay, another really simple recipe with our Nduja. There's so many things you can do with this. A simple Nduja tomato pasta. I love this. We have this at least once a week in our house. Absolutely delicious. Just the nice right level of spice. It's not going to be too spicy. You're not going to offend anyone because it's got enough other bits in it to kind of dilute that spice level. I really love it. So all I've done is I've got 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, sweating off in some nice olive oil. Low heat, just sweating. We don't want that to colour. So that's been doing its thing already. We're just going to turn that back on. And to that, I'm going to add 1 tin of chopped tomatoes. You could use some passata if you wanted. I tend to use chopped tomatoes. It's what I've got in the house. So, yeah, I'm going to let those cook. Now, this bit wants to take you 10 or 15 minutes. You want those tomatoes to get nice and jammy before you stick in any other liquid. They need to kind of fry almost in the olive oil. That's what gets it's what gets your tomato sauce nice and rich. So yeah, if you're cooking a tomato pasta, same applies. And what I like to do is get my little spud masher and just break up those clumps of tomato, because no matter how much you cook it, they won't break down. So that you've got a kind of rough texture, but not big old lumps. I think that's worth it. That pays dividends. A little bit of salt in there. And we're going to let that cook, as I say, for 10 or 15 minutes, kind of stirring as we go. So every minute or two, that should start to almost catch on the bottom. And I just want to keep that stirring and keep going. Once you're 5 minutes in, you can get your pasta of your choice, get a good quality one. This one's fantastic for your supermarket one. And get that cooking. So you're not waiting for that at the end. Okay, so our linguine, our pasta's been cooking for about 7 or 8 minutes. Our tomato has been reducing down nicely, kind of frying in that olive oil and splitting, which is what you want from your tomato pasta, whether you're going to put Nduja in it or not. And we are just about ready to put our Nduja in it, if I can just find it. There it is. So 100 grams into this. This is pasta for 4 people, 4 hungry people. This does really well. So this is a 500 gram pack of pasta. That in my house is how much we have for 4 people. But certainly if you're making it as part of a dinner party thing and it's a starter or something like that, then this will do, 8 people, I would have thought easily. 4 hungry people. So there we go. Tomato sauce in there, 100 grams of Nduja straight in. Break it up a little bit just to encourage it to mix in. And by the time that's had 1 minute or so, it's really pretty much ready to go. The pasta, yeah, you want it just undercooked so it can finish off in the sauce, which is basically where it's at now. And what you don't want to do for this or any other recipe really when you're making pasta is drain your pasta through a colander. You want to take it straight from the hot water, and you want that pasta water to go into the pan. That is what is going to bring some starchy pasta water with it, and that, as the water evaporates, the starch does its job and thickens the sauce and makes it really lovely and thick. So that's true of any kind of pasta sauce really. And then don't chuck that pasta water away straight away, because again, you want to get some of it in there. You might need a bit more. So that it can finish cooking in there and you can get it back to the right consistency. Almost forgot mascarpone. So mascarpone, cream cheese, a little bit of cream if you've got that, something you've got lying around. Mascarpone is ideal, but cream cheese is perfectly acceptable as well. That's just going to give this a nice bit of creaminess. So once we've got to this stage where the pasta's in, or possibly just before it, and the heavy cooking is done, we're on sort of low heat now, we want to mix in that creaminess. And that's going to soften the chili from the Nduja as well. So it's going to make it a slightly milder heat. Take a bit of the edge off. Splash more of that pasta water. If you want, you can put some chopped parsley into this, freshen it up a little bit. I'm just going to keep it super simple here. There we go. Beautifully coated. It's coated because we added that pasta water back in, so that's really important. And then a little bit of Parmesan or Pecorino on top. And really, it's another super simple recipe that's just perfect for kind of midweek, but equally lovely if you've got people around. I think it's a real delicious showstopper. About really good ingredients done simply. That's kind of my whole ethos really for this.